underestimate my power.
This is where the fun begins.
Dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
What's going on, everyone? I was waiting for the background noise to pop up. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Sithcast podcast, a Star Wars podcast where we pretty much talk anything and everything Star Wars. I'm one of your hosts, PJ the Paradox Nerd, alongside my co-host Sean Solo. And
What's up?
I'm done. I can't. I'm sorry.
What happened?
What Trooper Hubs just posted? I can't.
We were giggling at Trooper Hubs.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
It
goodness.
literally says, "Let's go catfight in the woods." Gave me a semi. And I
Oh my
literally just
goodness.
pictured some creepy ass dude in the woods watching the girls fight and like, yeah, like.
Well, maybe he was. Never mind. Anyways, guys. First of all, we got a lot of things to talk about. We had such an awesome guest last week. We had Chris Bartlett.
He was cool. That was a good interview.
Cool.
Honestly, if you for the people that missed out on that live stream, please, when you get a chance, listen to it on the way to work or something. But he's such a cool guy, and
He was
super
so
down-to-earth.
informative.
Yes, super informative and a super geek. So, but before we get started with our show, I just want to say, just really quick, Dave Filoni is literally bringing balance in the Force. Honestly, with what he's doing with the Ahsoka show, and yes, we assumed that he was going to do something pretty cool. But man, I'm just telling you, it's like mind-boggling, and it's just amazing what he's doing with the show. Especially the one thing I do want to talk about before we get, we start this live stream is not the World Between Worlds, by the way. It's the fact that he is introducing another galaxy. We always assume that, we heard rumors that they were, Dave Filoni or someone was kind of going to create an alternative timeline, just because obviously the sequels is very divisive. But I think, with Filoni knowing the fact that Disney will never ever retcon the sequels, he wanted to do something that would probably be okay with the fans, where they could be okay with the sequels. And the fact is, if you think about it, right? After Return of the Jedi, let's just rewind back to, in the 90s, right? Like Heir to the Empire. What year did Heir to the Empire came out?
That was probably 93. No,
I think 95.
I think it was before then. I think it was like 93, 94. Let's just say between 93.
If I can dive deep into one of my boxes, I have the original, the audio tapes. I think it's like 90. Between 93 and 95.
I'm going to Google it.
Okay.
Google it.
But it came out in the 90s, right? And, when you read that, that series, you were like, wow, this is the sequel trilogy. You know what I'm saying? The Thrawn trilogy. You thought this is it, right? And obviously fast forwarded to the sequels now that we got from Disney. A lot of people were disappointed. But how do we make something that where people can be okay with the sequels and be okay with what is going on? Let's create another galaxy. Imagine. So this is the timeline now. Now what they're doing is going to a different galaxy where, who knows? The main bad guy is Thrawn. He's the main villain. What happens if now we have Ahsoka, Sabine, and the Rebels crew go into that new galaxy? What happens if Luke, Leia, Han, Lando start going into that galaxy and fighting the main villain, which is Thrawn.
Yeah.
And that could be, if people are not happy with the sequels, that could be our sequel.
Yeah. Or they just somehow mix it where the sequels are in the other galaxy.
Yes,
They
is
start
the other galaxy.
all of a sudden you're gonna see a baby Ray, or you know what I mean? Like there's got to be a way to fix the screw up. You know what I mean?
I think that's the fix. Like that's the fix. Like you could kind of block out in your memory and go, listen, this is my sequel.
Right.
You know, obviously, Filoni is going to make a movie, right? They announced it. That could be the finale of the Heir to the Empire saga. So imagine that in itself is your sequel movie, right? And you could live with that, and that's it. You could forget about the sequels if you wanted to, if you didn't like the sequels, or if you love the sequels, you could stay in that galaxy. You don't have to veer off and go to the other galaxy. You could just stay.
Yeah, you stay on your side of the fence if you like.
Exactly.
Can I go to the prequel galaxy?
We'll let you do that.
Pointing at my shirt.
Yeah,
but do you see what I'm saying? It's almost like Endgame, right? Where it's like that alternative timeline, but this time it's an alternate galaxy, right? This is the timeline. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's just mind-boggling that introducing like a new galaxy into Star Wars, like it's never done before.
I'm curious when they get there, like it's going to be more than just Thrawn and Ezra. Like there's going to be something it's going to be a major twist in the.
What if everybody who died in Star Wars is there?
Is like alive, yeah. Because they didn't die. Yeah, it's like an alternate timeline or something. It's not a timeline, right? It's a galaxy.
It's another galaxy, but again, it's one of those where if you want to continue on with the sequels and forget about this alternative galaxy, you can, right?
Yeah.
You could say, I'm not going to watch any more Ahsoka. That's not my.
It's like
not my Star Wars.
Remember the Loki series? How they had all those crazy timelines and they were kind of like, yeah. Could see something like that.
Yeah. So it's not but sequels will still come into play. So not multiverse, but galaxy in a different timeline. No, it's the same timeline. It's just like if you want to say that this is your sequel, right? The Heir to the Empire. You could say that. You could end maybe the end of this Heir to the Empire movie. That is your.
Yes, he said so. Is Porkins.
If I know that's by the way, that's probably Ming. He's a big sequel fan, so he probably just doesn't want to. But listen, stay in your side of the fence. You could stay and say, listen, after Return of Jedi, there's Force Awakens. But for us, like maybe the people that don't like the sequels, we could say, hey, after Return of the Jedi, after Mando, there's this alternative timeline, which is not timeline, but galaxy where our heroes come together and fight the main bad guy, which is Thrawn, which is what we read in 1991.
91.
Yeah, 91.
Right? I mean, how many of us read that series and said, this is my sequel?
I have the whole comic series.
Yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting.
Yeah,
especially what happened at the end of this last episode of Ahsoka. It's like,
they introduced World Between Worlds, right? So we'll get into that in just a second. But I don't know, Nilda, what do you think about that? Is that something like you could be like okay with if they explore that option?
Yeah, if they do it to an extent. I don't want them, like I said, we're joking around like them bringing back like old people, but it's like I don't want them bringing back characters that died because it's gonna be a mind fuck.
Yeah.
And it's gonna open, like how Anthony said, this could be like a Star Wars what if kind of. And I feel like it's just gonna go haywired. So I would rather them just kind of like stick to, the basics.
Well, it says, but how would you explain Leia, Han, and them being in both? They could go to this, not both universe, galaxy, right? They could go to this galaxy. And the movie there, and that's it. That's the end of the movie. Like, you don't know what happens to them after, right?
Yeah, because I feel like it would be more than just going like, because a galaxy would be the same timeline. It's just a different place in that timeline.
Yes.
But for Han and them to have,
Like
I know
this
it's
is
like you almost have to think it out. Yeah.
yeah. So this is the main timeline, right? Main time. Not stop. Let's just stop using the word timeline. This is the main galaxy, right? Return of Jedi, Mandalorian, and sequels, right?
Mhm.
Now they're going to a different galaxy, right? So what happens in this galaxy? Han, Leia, Luke, they all follow Ahsoka to fight Thrawn in this galaxy. And maybe like they beat Thrawn, and that's the end of that story. To
Yeah.
you, you satisfied your own like childhood with with Heir to the Empire and say that's my sequels. I don't have to think about the Force Awakens. If you want to just not consider that, you could just go Return of Jedi, Mando, and then go straight to the Force Awakens.
Right.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? You could kind of like you could kind of use your Disney's not gonna retcon anything. They invested too much money and they got too much pride to say they made a mistake. They will never do that.
Yeah.
But if you could have like where both parties are happy, right? The sequel list or the, you know, I don't know, the George Lucas fans, right?
Yeah. I'm over here in my mind trying to like try to play this out. I keep thinking like,
I don't know. It just feels like
Yeah.
it's too much confusion for me.
yeah, but you know what though? I feel like they're gonna have to do something.
Yeah.
Because how?
Yeah, because
Unless
yeah.
they're just gonna end where they ended with all these characters and start all over again with the new movies, not the series, but you start with the new. I know
Mhm.
they're wanting to bring the series into movies, but if
Mhm.
you're going to create like an original movie, like Star Wars, a new trilogy movie, like we always want them to do the Old Republic, something like that, because
Mhm.
they're going to have to do something with these series to kind of explain
Yeah,
what
I'm going
happened
deep.
in the sequels. Yeah, I
Mhm.
know. You're going to have to do something to explain what happened in these sequels if you're wanting this to kind of continue on this one path. If not,
Yeah.
you're just going to have to say, all right, they'll never say it like we screwed up, but you're going to have to be like, we're done with this. Let's just start fresh over here.
Yeah, but to be honest, there are a lot of sequel fans, including the the Facebook user,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That just they love everything about the sequels. Everything. There's nothing wrong,
Right.
right? So, but how about us that don't like the sequels, that
Yeah,
the
yeah.
the Last Jedi, but what happens if you could satisfy where you could say you could block out in your mind, say the sequels never happened. It to me never happened. To me, with this going to the other galaxy, far far away,
Yeah. But you
where
can't
we yeah
but you can't stay on this straight, this one galaxy and have it end at Force Awakens. Force Awakens is going to have to go up to the next galaxy because that's how you bring Leia and Han and all them into the sequels. So you're going
yeah
to have to basically end right here at Ahsoka.
Listening to the both of you, I feel like that
You're confused.
Instagram. I'm looking at that Instagram meme where it's like Charlie Day with all the strings.
Yeah.
Or like that guy who's on Instagram now that's like, if you come here, then you fuck around, then you're gonna find out. Like basically all this.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a second, this is too much for my brain.
But I mean, there has to be a reason why we're going to a different galaxy.
Oh,
right.
I think they're going to try to do something, but
Well, maybe
There-
Thrawn just hid out there because he's the big bad and he's plotting something, so he needed to go.
but there's got to be something. I
I mean,
hope so.
yeah. It's
We'll
one of
find
those.
out.
Yeah. But
Next
what happens
week.
if we get a chance in this movie, the Filoni movie, that we're gonna get all three characters reunited? Okay, they might be deep faked, right? And they have the technology for it, right? But
Mhm.
what happens if we finally get to see all three characters on screen? With Chewbacca, with C-3PO, with
Yeah.
R2-D2, what we wanted from the sequels.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
We didn't get that with the
I know.
sequels that we have now, and it's a shame because everyone was still alive when the Force Awakens happened.
Yeah. But that's why I'm saying, like, if you're going to go off into the other galaxy and kind of push the sequels up here into this other, like,
Yes, it's
if you're going to take that dirt road off over to the sequels, yes, I said dirt, filthy sequels. So when you push that up here, you got to, as good as I like Force Awakens, but to continue that, you need to push the Force Awakens up here and have it not be on this one like timeline. Like the one that we want to follows after Jedi. You got Mando, which is 5 years after that, and then so on all the way up to where we're at. Now, when you get in, we don't know what's going to happen with this, world between worlds. Like, Anthony and I were talking today, like, so if you're in the world between worlds, are you able just to see one galaxy? Because you know how Ezra pulled Ahsoka, when she was fighting Vader. Are you able to do that from another galaxy? So is that world between worlds all the galaxy, encompassing all the galaxies, where you can kind of look in these little windows at each galaxy?
But my thing is that I'm confused. So space and time are completely different.
Yeah.
Right? So, I don't think that would be changing stuff. I don't know. It's super confusing to me.
It's the thing too is that, like, I've always heard about the rumor that obviously the sequels have generated nothing for Disney, right? It's cost them more money, if anything. Just because you make millions or billions doesn't translate to your return on your investment, because you spent $4 billion. And for what I heard, the rumor is that George Lucas actually got like shares or something like that in the stock. Like a whole, though it might be $4 billion, it's technically $10 billion that he might have made.
Like he doesn't have enough money.
Like he doesn't have money, but that's a pretty good deal, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But at the same time too, is that the merchandise in the sequels didn't generate, I don't see anybody wearing Kylo Ren. I'm sorry.
No.
I don't see anybody wearing Rey. Only time I see people wear Rey is in Galaxy's Edge. But what
I wear Rey. I wear Kylo Ren.
Do you?
Yeah. I have a Rey cosplay. I have
the cosplay.
I have a Kylo Ren cosplay. Okay, no, but I also have their T-shirts.
Oh, yes. Really?
I have a very sick Kylo Ren T-shirt. It's Kylo Ren with the hooded mask, and he's got all his guys in the background.
Yeah,
and then I have 2 Rey shirts.
Okay, but do you see more of Kylo or more of Grogu?
It's Grogu. It's marketed for children. It's supposed to be cute and fluffy.
But that's what made Star Wars money for Disney. It's not Kylo. It's not Rey. It's definitely not the Porgs. Yeah. I could definitely. Whenever I went to Target, there were so many sequel merchandise always on the peg warmers.
Which is funny because in my area, the stuff that's on the peg warmers is literally a bunch of Landos. That's not a sequel. What else? Whole bunch of Leias. Even Han Solos are all sitting in the peg warmers here with me, and in my area. The Kylos, the Rens, any of the sequel stuff here, it's gone.
Well, it's been a while, right? Since they released anything from those sequels, right? They're always going to pump out Luke, Leia, and Han just because they're popular characters, right? Yeah. So, no, but I mean, it's a fact. Look at what's that? Galactic Star Cruiser. Why did it fail? If there's so many sequel fans, it's literally everything from the sequels. You got Kylo Ren, you got Rey. Why aren't people paying $4,000? Because I can tell you for a fact, if it was original trilogy, I think half of us on this live stream would probably go and try to get a ticket to Galactic Star Cruiser.
It was also really expensive too, PJ.
People will still pay money. People will still pay money for a $4,000.
Yeah, but
Chewbacca. I would still pay money $4,000 on the Salacious Crime.
Yeah, but typical people who have a family, you have 3 kids, 2 kids?
Yeah, I would still go.
Yeah, but you have to do the math. It's you, your 2 kids, your wife. If it's $3,000 each.
Wait. Who said anything about bringing the kids?
I know. Who cares?
You're telling me you're not going to bring your kids to your son who's a Star Wars fan?
I believe it's $4,000 for a room. Okay. But still.
Look at Sean already. My girls are not coming.
They don't like Star Wars, so I'm good.
Yeah. I'm just saying is that, like, long story short, there has to be a reason why you would introduce these things. World between worlds, you could change timelines. Galaxy far, far, another galaxy or multiple galaxies far, far away. It's just, it's mind-boggling what you could do with, Star Wars right now.
Oh, I'm very curious how this is going to go.
Yeah. And you know what? Trust me, there's a lot of fans out there that still have a distaste, including myself, as you could tell, a distaste for the sequels. It's just one of those things where I'm like, oh yes, we got content, but oh damn that sequels. Damn, they ruined my Luke. They made him into a wimp.
They did.
So, but anyway, we'll dive into the the breakdown of last week's episode. We're gonna do that really quick.
Coming into this episode, full guns, balls blazing into the freaking multiverse, and we're gonna fuck up everybody's heads. Yeah.
No, it's not a multiverse though. I think if
it's multi-galaxy.
Yeah, multi-galaxy.
Yeah.
But here's the thing too: if we get to a point where, I think the only way we could probably introduce the multiverse is the world between worlds. That'd be the gateway to multiverse.
Oh yeah, that's as close.
But I don't
that's
think
basically yeah.
I don't think they will. I don't think they'll mess around with that. It just gets too complicated.
Yeah, I hope they don't.
I hope they don't either, too. I just hope they kind of, they, I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, if people didn't watch, spoiler alert, if Anakin just kind of shows Ahsoka all the different, scenarios, and that's it. Not going into those, like, timelines and messing it up even more.
Yeah, I mean, I just think they're introducing the multiverse just so she has a way to get to that galaxy. I don't think they're going to dive too far into it.
Yeah.
I mean, Anakin's going to speak about it. And, I think most of the next episode will be her and Anakin reminiscing or him.
It's a Filoni episode, so it's going to be roughly about like 42 minutes long.
Yeah. So maybe the first half is that. And then next thing you know, she shows up in that new galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's yeah. We got Flex in the house.
What's up, Flex?
JMC Collects.
Joe, what's up? Joe's in Myrtle Beach now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, we just hung out. We just hung out last night. He's on vacation.
Oh, nice. For how long?
I think he's leaving Thursday. He said tomorrow.
Oh, okay. We got Danny Lee in the house.
What's up, Danny?
We got RMD Collective. RMD. What an episode. Oh, my. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Scott Sharp is in the house.
Scotty.
Yeah. Yes. Please hit that like button. Let's mess around with this algorithm. We got, who else is here? Oh, yeah. Trooper Hub. OnlyFans Photography. Oh, man. We got son of a gun.
I don't know why that still makes me laugh so hard.
I know, right?
Who else is here? BMX Jedi. We got this. I want to say Sith Holocron. I'm sorry.
He is a Sith Holocron.
BMX Jedi.
He is a Holocron.
Is he a dark side or light side guy? I forgot.
He's probably.
He's in the middle.
He's 50-50. That's the way I am.
Yeah, he's in the middle.
Anthony, you're killing me.
It depends on my mood. Sometimes I'm like 60-40, 70-30.
I'm 100% dark side.
Then if I'm in a shitty mood, I'm like 90-10. Kill all them little babies.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Bob, I would cosplay as Balin if I had the hair. It's like it ain't working. Well, I guess cosplay. I can wear a wig.
Yeah. We got Darth Kenobi in the house.
What's up, Santino?
All right. Who else do you got here? I think B-Boys. What's up, everyone? The Filoni verse is saving us all. Yeah, what's up?
Can we just say, since we're live, happy birthday to the two of you.
Oh, thank you.
You guys shared a birthday weekend.
It was close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally was like
Nameless-
saving everybody's names on my phone on the calendar. I was like, wait, this person's birthday, this person's birthday.
I know.
we
PJ's
got-
still younger.
Oh, stop. We're all young. Multiverse is where Star Wars has been headed ever since episode 7. Yeah, I'm trying to think when the World Between Worlds was introduced. World Between Worlds was after The Last Jedi. I know for a fact because trust me, I watched The Last Jedi. I'm like, oh my gosh, my Star Wars. And then
I
World
know.
Between Worlds came out. I'm like, oh, there is a chance. Nameless, nice shirt, Nilda. Hey, how about the rest of us? No, I was kidding.
Dude, this is a pretty sick shirt. I got
Oh,
this
yeah,
from
I got
Star
Yoda.
Wars. What is this? Star Wars Theory.
Oh, you got it. Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, it says I love the prequel trilogy.
Oh, nice.
I got it from Theory.
Yeah,
Nice.
I need to buy that. We got Nameless 70 saying, "What if Ahsoka pulls Ezra out of a certain time like he did for her?"
That could happen.
Dude.
Anything can happen. That's why I'm probably more excited for the next episode.
If I
than
see a
have.
hand just come out, I'm like,
Oh, it's yeah. Next episode's gonna be
Actually, yeah. What happens if Ahsoka pulls her out as, Thrawn and Ezra were being teleported by those whales? What happens if Ahsoka just pulled? Oh my gosh, it creates a paradox.
what if a young Ahsoka pulls out an older Ahsoka?
Oh, that would be crazy. Imagine if
there
it was
is-
Ashley.
There is an actress. They do have a young Ahsoka casted on the show.
Next week's episode
Oh,
can't
man,
come soon enough. If they chase Cash, it's a dead duck. If they trust Dave, we are back on track. I 100% agree.
I mean, it's on a great path right now. I love it.
It is, and we'll dive into it in just a bit. True, but if she pulls Ezra out before him and Thrawn see, that's what I was saying. Goes into hyperspace. Ooh, oh my goodness, so much. We got Jedi Chisel, full
My
chisel,
nizzle. My
chisel.
Your chisel.
my chisel.
That's creepy.
Not creepy.
Thanks.
It's just old. That's old
Aw,
stuff.
Thank you, Ob.
Thank you.
Thank you. If Anakin was a force ghost in that last scene, he would have his mechanical arm. I don't know. We saw him in Return of Jedi, and
Yeah.
I don't think he had. Well,
No, I think you're all healed up. You're not.
we
Dead.
wouldn't have his mechanical.
I don't think
arm.
he would have had his mechanical arm, if he was a force ghost. I
Ahsoka,
don't think
my
he's a
lyrics
force
turn.
ghost.
I hope Anakin guides Ahsoka. Oh, so many things. Oh my goodness. Do you think now we could get Ahsoka the White like at the end of Rebels?
I will cry if we get that. That is my favorite statue that I own of her.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Please.
That would be awesome.
Please. I'll
That'll
be on
be-
my knees like this, like, yes, Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
Praise Jesus.
By the way, guys, incoming.
Might give up.
Sorry, wrong one. But anyway, if you haven't backed the ghost up right now,
Oh, no.
you literally have less than 2 hours. And guess what? It has hit every single
Tear.
tier. Here it is. And let me click on this bad boy. So I think we get pretty much everyone. We got Zeb,
Yeah.
Kanan, Ezra, Hera. Got everything. So
Sean, did you back one up?
No, PJ was giving me grief right before the show about not getting this.
dude, I'm telling you, man. Look,
My only issue that I have with it is like, dude, where am I gonna put this?
Yeah, but you can make pancakes.
You can make pancakes. You can make anything. I'm telling you, you gotta back it up if you haven't done so. You're gonna be crying. I got me one. I couldn't do another one. Really? I just did another one. I just did.
You got two.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, going back.
Yeah, but my
to-
question is, if by getting two, I don't think it's worth flipping for pancakes because a whole bunch of people are getting it.
That's what I said about the Mandalorian Razor Crest, especially when it got blown up. I was like, ah, shoot, there goes the value of this bad boy. But guess how much it was selling for once it
Oh, we're
we
selling
got
for a lot.
1,200
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
for a $350 ship.
Yep.
It was selling for a lot.
Yep.
Okay. Anyway, let's dive into the last week's episode. We're gonna do it real quick, and then we're gonna talk about this week's episode. Okay, guys. So we'll start off with Nilda. What's your thoughts on this episode?
I liked it. The only thing I'm just not too happy about, and I hope that they just stop there while they're at it. I don't like that they're trying to introduce Sabine into being a Jedi. Like, you're a Mandalorian. That's it.
Mhm. Yep.
You don't have superpowers. You're not force sensitive. You're a Mandalorian. We need to stick to that.
Yep.
Because I don't know. That's the only thing that's been upsetting me about the show. And but everything else, I think it's perfect. I love this whole conversation here with Hera where she tried the shit out of the senator.
Yeah, this was good.
That was the best line ever. But this was a filler episode. Like, we needed to get more into depth. You know, you saw the relationship between, Ahsoka and Hera. I mean, Ahsoka and Sabine, and like, you can tell that there's still animosity between the two of them, but they kind of need each other to be able to, continue this path. And then I just freaking love Morgan Elizabeth. Yeah,
me too. And I love Shin Hadi. Hamna.
Okay. PJ needs a moment.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, overall though, how about this scene when Ahsoka comes out and like literally kicks booty?
Yeah. Wasn't that from like
Astronaut Ahsoka?
Yeah, Astronaut Ahsoka. Wasn't that from like Clone Wars? Wasn't there some Clone War episodes?
Yeah.
Was it her and Plo Koon or something that were?
Yeah.
The only thing that's crazy about that like when they were flying in with the ships, they were so accurate shooting at her lightsabers, but when the ship's just free floating in space, they can't hit it to blow it up.
Wait. Yeah, I'll say my opinion when it comes to me.
I'm like, what?
But trust me. Okay, Hilda, what's your score, please?
Oh, of this episode?
Yeah.
I'm biased, dude. Like, all the episodes are gonna be great to me because it's freaking Ahsoka. I'm not gonna give any bad. So like, unless they like take a poop in the middle of like the world between worlds, I'm gonna rate every episode a 10, and that's because it's Ahsoka. It's my thing I've been waiting for a long time.
Okay. How about you, Mr. Solo?
Like you said, this was, I would call it more of a setup show than a filler because they had to get them on the planet, and I understand they're trying to show that Sabine's the Padawan. Like, I get it. Like, it's a little bit of a filler episode, but then when they get into this fight right here is pretty awesome. When they were coming in, they were like World War II planes, and even the guns sounded like, they sounded different. So that was really cool. Like, it was a setup episode for last night's episode for sure. Like I said, I still like it. Even the setup episode, I'm intrigued by all of this. Like, it's probably some of the best Star Wars content we've had in years. Now, see, I like Andor a lot. Andor's really good, but Andor's different. I like Andor for different reasons. This really feels more like Star Wars with the space battles, badass lightsaber scenes. Like, this is Star Wars, and plus being a Rebels fan, like this is awesome. Like, I love it. So I would probably rate this episode. I'd give it an 8. I can't really rate them bad. I'm into it. I like it. But I do agree with Nilda. The only thing I don't like about any of this writing is trying to make Sabine force sensitive. I don't like that at all. But
yeah. But okay. So out of 10, what would you get? What's your score again?
Would I give it an 8?
Yeah, he gave it an 8.
Give it an 8. Yep.
Okay. For me, I definitely knew that this was going to be a filler episode just because, I mean, 30 minutes long. Was it 35 minutes long? I forgot. It was a
It
pretty
was like
short
30.
episode.
Yeah, it was short.
It was short. And I was like, this has to be. And I think we talked about it too, right? We're like, oh, this has to be a filler episode.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, like the essence of Star Wars is captured in this show.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem I have, especially with this episode, is I mean, Sabine's like I love Natasha Lou Bordizzo, and she's the actress that plays Sabine. I like her,
Meow.
but I don't know. I don't know if it's the dialogue that she's given, but I just feel like I'm not sold on like her acting. Like when she was in like the ship shooting down the other ships. Like I felt like she was just playing, like she's in like this like cockpit, like man, beep beep beep, like that's what I could feel like it's coming out of her mouth. But that's just like a minor gripe of mine. And to be honest, that's what makes Star Wars. Because if you look at the prequels, dude, the acting there it wasn't all that great, too. But I still love it.
Right.
Right.
I watched this again today, and it didn't bother me that much, to be honest. What bothers me
every
more,
episode is great. I just don't like the
only thing that does bother me, like everyone is way too clean.
Mhm.
Like,
I need them dirty.
Like they don't have to be as dirty as they were when they were rebels, just trying to build the Rebel Alliance. Like I get it, like you're grabbing every scrap part that you can get, but I mean everyone's helmet is like shining, like it's like way too pristine.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, like, yeah, the I guess the battle worn clothing is not there, or but it didn't really bother me too much. Like I said, her acting, it bothered me a little bit. Is it a deal breaker? Hell no. I love the music that comes on when they're in a space battle fight. It feels like the original trilogy. Yeah, it's not John Williams, but it comes pretty close, right? Just if you get a chance to watch the episode again, just listen to the soundtrack. You're like, you get like engulfed in it. It feels like Star Wars, right? And Star Wars it's not perfect. It's never meant to be perfect. That's why we love Star Wars, for its imperfections.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think Dave Filoni did a great job with this. Okay, so let's address the force sensitive thing. Yes, George Lucas actually was was quoted saying that everyone in the galaxy is force sensitive, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of a force. But I love the fact that they're showing Sabine trying to be force sensitive and she's kind of sucking at it.
Yeah.
But she's training to try to be a Jedi, right? But obviously, especially with the episode 4, she's no match for a lot of for Shin or a lot of the Jedi.
Well, she hasn't been trained in it either.
I mean, she's got some training, but the fact is that like we're not getting like a Sabine coming out like she knows how to like use the Force. Someone says the Force, and she's like, oh, the Force, like, oh, I could tune in like really quick, and
Yeah, but it's like, why do you got to dismiss like the metachloridian counts? You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, but
to me, it just takes away how being a special force, like being a Force user, I don't know, it just takes away from it. I don't like it.
But I think we're just jumping the gun here. What happens if she never becomes a Jedi after this?
Thank goodness.
I hope not. I think that's the only thing that would probably piss off a couple fans.
But even Joe said right here, maybe she's a Mandalorian in one universe and a Jedi in another. Like,
no,
who knows? It's like
I honestly think that it's more so like her being a Padawan to Ahsoka is more like maybe a life lesson for Ahsoka, right? And honestly though, like she has zero training in trying to use the Force. I mean, she's got some training. Yes, can she wield a lightsaber? Absolutely. She even mentions it that she has some training because of the dark saber.
I was going to say she handled the dark saber. I would assume she could handle the lightsaber. I mean,
Yeah,
plus
but
she's a Mandalorian. She was trained in combat.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, she was trained in combat, but still, she's not kicking butt. She's
Well,
not
she shouldn't. She should not be able to beat a trained Jedi at all. She should have
but
been dead 2 episodes ago.
Oh well, I don't know about dead.
Well, you know what I mean. Like she took one to the stomach. Like Qui-Gon's dead.
Well, Qui-Gon got it
Qui-Gon got it in the chest.
like
We've
straight
had
through
so
his
many
spine.
people arguing about it.
I
He got
know.
hit right here.
No, but yeah,
that's,
but
that's the you're gonna die.
that's like in the spinal cord. That's
I
like you're
know.
dead.
You're dead.
No, but you know
Not
what I mean.
here.
Yeah, but
No,
she
but she
shouldn't
got-
be able to, there's no way she should be able to hang with even a Padawan Jedi.
Maul got cut in half and he still
No, but-
survived.
But the thing too is that like she could hold her own because again she's trained using a dark saber. It's no different, right? What's the difference between using a lightsaber and a blade?
But what's crazy, like she never trained to use the dark saber because if you watch Rebels, as soon as she got a hold of it, she was wielding it like no big deal.
Yeah,
And
but
I think
she's
that's due to her Mandalorian combat training.
yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
So I don't have any problem with her fighting with a lightsaber. And
Yeah.
like I have no problem with maybe Ahsoka training her in a Jedi way just to help, the way she thinks, like to clear her mind or to make better decisions or whatever. What bugs me is the fact that you think you could use the Force.
Yeah, but she hasn't shown that she has though.
Not yet, but I mean, the show's geared up 4 episodes of her
Yeah, you
about
never
using the
know.
Force. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen at the
she can't
pivotal
move
moment.
Yeah, but she's gonna like move a cup.
No, you watch. It's gonna be something big. She's gonna
Oh,
stop something.
I
She's
think
gonna-
I think you're probably still traumatized from the Rey situation where she like held her own against Kylo Ren and she
Yeah,
had zero
yeah.
training.
Yeah.
So obviously this is
Well, she
Filoni,
is the
and
granddaughter of one of the greatest Sith Lords.
yeah, but to hang with zero training.
Yeah.
I mean, Luke
That's like
Skywalker was the
professional
son of the.
athletes. Yeah, but that's
Luke's-
like professional athletes. Their gene just passes on to them.
They still need
Luke-
training.
Luke
still
had
need-
in the beginning. Luke had small amount of training.
So did Small, but has he ever held a lightsaber before that? No.
That and Vader took it easy on him.
Yeah, Vader
He's
knew
like,
that's his son.
He was like, "I'm trying not to kill my son right away," but and he fought him with one hand.
Hey, come on, like obviously, like if your son tries to or your kid tries to fight, you're not gonna you're gonna just like play around with him. Okay, all right. Or even when you play him against video games, you're not gonna kick his ass right away. Well, then again, there are some people that do like kick their kid's butt right away.
Yeah.
But again, it's just one of those things. Like I don't think it bothers me. It bothered me in the beginning, but then I was watching Star Wars Theory, and he did take a clip out of an interview with George Lucas where he said that everyone has the Force, and I think BMX Jedi said it the best. He goes, "I think everyone could use the Force, but some people can be more talented." Is basically another explanation of the midichlorians. May the midichlorians be with you guys, as I always say.
I swear to God, I'm saying that line.
No, but like this episode I still enjoyed, and I'm with Sean. I definitely give it an 8. The only besides the acting, which is like I said, very minuscule, right? I'm nitpicking at this point. Besides that, the only thing that bothered me is like, really, we got a trained dark Jedi or whatever you want to call it, and she can't hit a down ship.
Yeah.
Come on.
But
And
but
what
she
is
was aimed right at Ahsoka. And she's
She was
blocking
aiming-
it. Yeah.
Like, oh, come on. I was like, really? These guys are the worst. Like, they're worse than stormtroopers. At least stormtroopers is trying to shoot down like a moving target. These guys were shooting down
I know.
a non-moving target.
I know.
I'm
It's just
like-
sitting there.
I'm like, oh, really? But again, what was what Anthony would say? Plot armor. So no, but I love how the Purgles came out. So
Yeah, that
we were
was
like,
cool.
There has to be
I
a
don't know
reason
why. Like I freaked out when I saw them. I was like,
She had a spiritual moment.
I had a
Yeah.
spiritual moment. I was like, oh my God, we're getting closer to what's gonna come.
Yeah. Yeah, and then obviously we see Balin saying,
Balin's the man, by the way.
What is it that
He
you
is
guys
like,
say
yeah.
every time you
dude.
see Sabine? You go, meow. This is meow, meow.
There you go. That's your girl
That's
meow.
That,
that's
no,
your
this is,
yeah.
But dude, he's my favorite character. Like,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm really like, he's so stoic and just
Mm.
He's very calm.
He's not Sith, he's not Jedi. He's kind of like a
Mm.
mercenary. He's just got the look,
Mhm.
man, and the way he fights. I really like this guy.
Yeah,
So sad.
I agree.
wish
I
his
agree. I'm agreeing with you guys. I don't want Sabine to be like a force user, right? Like, you know, but I think especially with this last episode, the most recent one, you could see she cannot hang with any of these guys at all, right? So maybe she
Maybe
can.
she'll
Maybe
give
she.
up and realize I'm just a Mandalorian. I'll stick with that.
Yeah, who knows?
Probably.
Or maybe this could be just a training moment for Ahsoka, right? It could be like, I don't know, how Anakin saw Ahsoka. Maybe this is how like Ahsoka sees Sabine, right? Like annoying and reckless and things like that, right? Um Nameless says technically Maul should have been dead after being cut in half. They should have went with one of the scripts that was an Attack of the Clones originally, where the Emperor cloned Darth Maul. I mean, yeah,
I would have
but
been fine with that because then that
I
would have
bet-
introduced cloning early on, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
and then it wouldn't have been so forced in Rise of Skywalker.
yeah. Mando held the dark saber but didn't have the Force. Grogu is the Force wielder in that situation. Thank God Mando wasn't a Mary Sue. Yeah, I would have been done. Good point, Arm. What did RMG say? For me, oh yeah, okay. Good point, RMG. And what about Yoda saying he's too old to begin the training? I think Sabine should not be able to use the Force.
I think
I don't
Yoda
think-
was lazy. He's like, I don't want to train that son of a bitch.
I was like, oh, come on. Yeah, but it's true though. Like, it's easier to train younger kids than
Yeah,
kids in like when they're teenagers and stuff.
you think they're stubborn as hell.
Oh yeah, I think George Lucas was onto something.
It was
with that.
easier to tell your 6-year-old kid something versus your
Mhm.
16-year-old kid something.
Oh yeah,
hands down.
absolutely,
Hands down.
absolutely. I think George Lucas was onto something. Anyway, yeah. So that's our breakdown for episode 3. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, and we are going to talk about this week's episode. So for the people that haven't watched this week's episode, this is your warning.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. Okay, Nilda, what's your thoughts on this
I cried
episode? Okay.
like a 5-year-old.
Okay. So did I.
I was really going to record my reaction, but I'm actually really glad I didn't because it was like booger fest crying.
Uh-oh.
Like,
Snot
bad.
rocket.
Like, Craig turned around and looked at me and he goes, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Oh my
And I
goodness.
was like, "It's Anakin Skywalker." Like, I lost it. But I don't know. I just had a feeling that all this was coming. Like, it was just leading up to it.
Mhm.
And I love the scene where Ahsoka says to Sabine, like, if the time comes and we have to choose, like, not bringing Ezra back, like, I hope that you can continue with this path. And I feel like that little conversation between the two of them is kind of lead us to something furthermore into the series that might lead us to this, because I've been thinking this the whole entire time. I think Ezra's dead.
You think? No.
I don't know. Like, I feel like
I don't
he's
think
dead.
I don't think he's dead.
I don't think he's dead. I don't
I'd
know.
be very surprised if he comes back, but like, I've been
Really?
questioning that. Like, for some reason I've been questioning it. What if Ezra's really dead and we find that out like later at the end of the season? It's gonna Wow, zooming in so close to my face. Sean.
I know.
But yeah, no, like the episode was actually great. I love the conversation with Balin and Morgan Elsbeth. You know, like them talking about Ahsoka. I was yelling in my room, "Let Dave cook." That's been everybody's line today. They were like, "Dave Filoni is cooking."
Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
but
that shot right there is just awesome. That's so Star Wars. It's like,
Yeah.
no, my favorite shot was when they were getting ready to hit into hyperdrive.
oh yeah, yeah.
And like how everything was like all gold inside the ship, and then you just see it all like getting ready to just go. Phew.
But the best shot of this is when you get to see the ghost in live action
Yeah.
for the first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Let's go to well, obviously, no need to ask you your rating because you're gonna
10.
give it a 10.
Well, no, because Anakin showed up on here. It's a 20.
Oh my goodness.
It's a 20.
Wow. You're over the limit now.
Yeah.
Sean.
It's freaking awesome. This episode was great.
Mhm.
Like I said, the last one was a setup to this one. So I was assuming this one's going to be really good. It was funny because we were talking about it yesterday. We thought Anakin was going to show up in the next one, and then they got us at the end. I was like, oh damn.
Well,
when he's
it
like,
was announced
when he's
today
like,
he's in 3 episodes.
and then he's like, hello, Snips. And I was like, oh, dude, this
Yeah.
is so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, like I said, I don't mind Sabine fighting with the saber because she could wield the dark saber, and like everything about this episode was good. The way Merrick died though was interesting because like Anthony and I were talking because in what was it, Tales of the Jedi, in the last episode, Ahsoka fought an Inquisitor and then chopped its head off, and then that green smoke came out. So it was like almost like a zombie that, you know, brought back from the dead. The Night Sisters kind of like brought these Inquisitors. They're not organic. They're almost like witchcraft.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a bummer because I was hoping it was going to be like Star Killer. All the talk going up to this, we're thinking it's going to, oh, it's Kanan, it's Ezra, it's Star Killer. No, it's a puff of smoke. You're like,
I know that was everybody's theories for a long time. They all thought it was either Ezra. They thought it was a clone version of Anakin Skywalker. Like
that was
the
a
theory.
Really? Oh my
Yeah, dude, the
God.
theories out there were insane.
That was a
When
bummer. That was
Yeah.
a bummer.
That's the only thing I will say about this episode, that it was a bummer to see that this was just a cloud of smoke.
But I tell you what,
No,
though,
actually, I was okay with it.
hey, when Ahsoka's fighting him and she breaks down into that stance, which is our screensaver, by the way, in the background, when she raised that, I looked at it, Anthony was over, we were watching it together. I looked at Anthony, I was like, oh, he's done. I was like, she's about to break him off in one move. And she did. And I was like, oh, that was so awesome. I mean, it's great.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this series. I mean, you got so many lightsaber battles, and you get to see the rebels, and believe it or not,
remember PJ did say that when he met
Ming.
one of the
stunt.
one of the stunt actresses, she did tell PJ that this show was going to be a lot of fighting.
It's great. Look at
So it's
Balin.
great.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
But
And
what was I getting
obviously
ready to say?
she's obviously not wrong. But well, she's the one who choreographed all these fight scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ming Q. So I'm gonna see if I could, try and get her on the show.
Yeah,
But
I mean, this is just such a good series.
I love this whole conversation right here between the two of them.
He's
Where
so
he was
calm.
like-
He's so
he's so
calm
calm.
too. Yeah, that's what makes
Yeah.
him so good. And
Or
then,
like how he was sitting on the rock, just like waiting for her to come, to
yeah,
try to have that conversation. He was like, oh, Anakin spoke highly of you. Like, who are you?
and then when Ahsoka burned her hand on that, I think when she gets to the world between worlds, that's what she's going to use. Maybe there's going to be some coordinates that are burnt into her skin, maybe, and maybe that's how she finds the doorway, like where to go look.
Like what, a marking to like
Yeah,
be able to get
yeah,
out?
kind of like Tote and Raiders of the Lost Ark when he burned it. That's what I'm thinking, maybe, because
it could be right. Yeah.
what's the purpose of really like burning her hand like that?
Mhm.
They didn't have to go that far. So I'm thinking that's what there might be some coordinates they might have to figure out when they're in the world between worlds, and that's kind of where she knows, like, all right, this is the doorway.
Yeah.
So that's kind of our theory on that. But yeah, great. This episode was awesome.
And it was well shot too. But what would you give it out of 10, Mister?
9.5.
Okay.
I always leave a little extra. I never give them the full 10 because there could be some serious episode is just going to blow you away. I always give it that little bit. It's 9.5 is good, Nilda. Come on.
I can't look at this. I'm gonna cry again.
Oh yeah, right there. Her look is like, oh, like she's in love.
No, it's not about being in love. It's like
No, not you. I'm talking.
no, I know.
Ahsoka
I'm talking
looking
about
at him.
Ahsoka. Because the thing is, like I said to you guys last week, the one thing that was just pissing me off about people like rating this show, that they were saying that, that they didn't like how Rosario's acting was, that Ahsoka's cold. And it's like, I explained to you guys have to understand, like, she's been through so many battles. She's lost so many friends. The closest family members, like, we don't even know if she even speaks to Obi-Wan, but it's like the closest family members she's ever had, they're all dead. Literally all dead. So it's like, if you live that type of life where everyone who you've ever loved is all dead, you become very cold.
Yeah.
She even said it, like, she walked away from Sabine because of the stuff that was going on. And it's like, she doesn't grow any attachment. She still kind of has like that whole Jedi thing where they're not supposed to grow any attachment to people. So it's like, her seeing Anakin, it was like, like, oh my God, the one person who I ever loved more in this world, I'm seeing him again. And it's like, I'm an adult.
Right.
Last time I saw him, I was, still in my 20s, 30s.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I did want to say one thing though. Like, now we're into the 4th episode. Hair has grown on me. At first, I was so just like, oh, hair was bugging me.
Oh, I know why.
Well, the dumper helps, but no, like just know her facial features. And I think when she had that conversation with the Senate, I was like, okay, she's got my respect, and she's grown on me. So I'm gonna say that. So because later on I'll be like, yeah, hair is great, and then they're like, no, you were bashing her. I literally just came right off of watching Rebels, and then I saw that, and it was such a drastic change in the face. But yeah, she's grown on me.
Yeah. Well, great reviews, guys. And I'm sure dumper. Yeah. Sean, that's a long description of
Harris.
You like Harris dumper, okay?
Do you know how many videos I've seen on TikTok where people are like, this is what makes the show, and it's Hera walking?
Yeah, basically.
I was like, I'm gonna make one for Balin because no one's talking about how hot he is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's okay. I'm outnumbered.
Yeah, you're definitely outnumbered.
It's fine.
You're definitely outnumbered.
For any of the women who are watching the show, like, please,
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Any women watching the show, if you guys want to hop on too, and then talk about Balin, come on down.
I could talk about Balin for hours.
Yeah, we need to get a bunch of ladies on the show. Then you can.
So we don't
gather them up next week.
We don't look like me and Sean don't look like creepers all the time.
Hey, I drowned in estrogen, so I'm used to a lot of women.
What I was gonna say is great reviews, guys. For me, I definitely thought this is probably the best Star Wars TV show episode ever made up to this point.
Really? Even compared to when Luke came back in Mando?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just because.
Oh no, not.
I mean, the thing with Luke is that it's cool. I saw him, but this felt like Star Wars,
dude.
It literally felt like Star Wars. Luke. That's a great scene.
Oh man, honestly, that was the first time I've since I was a little kid. I got goosebumps when that X-wing fighter came up when I seen the green saber. That's still to me, that's the best thing since.
Of course,
Jedi.
But that is a great scene. Like, Luke wasn't in that whole scene, right?
No, but it made it.
Yes, of course. But I'm talking about from
the complete episode. Yeah, this was good. Yeah,
this was good because, again, it's the essence of Star Wars that Dave Filoni is capturing. Like you said, when with the shot of all the ships Like, dude, I felt like I was watching like Rogue One or the original trilogy.
Oh, it was, yeah, it's great.
You know what I'm saying?
Even
When they came out of hyperspace and stuff, dude, the fight scene between Marek and Ahsoka, like that is poetic, and that's how Dave does. That's what Dave
yeah.
does. You know, especially this scene reminds me of when Maul fought Kenobi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. One strike done.
yeah. Like, and seriously, that's how samurais fought, right? You know,
Oh
it's like
yeah.
one strike and you're done.
Yeah.
And the thing too is that, like, you know, with the change, like what DMX Jedi said, like changing of the stance and
Oh,
like how
the
they're holding
forms.
it,
Oh yeah.
the different forms. I was like, whoa, what are we seeing right now?
Yeah.
Also, I do want to mention that I know the reason why Sabine just gave up and said that I'm gonna go with Balin to go see Ezra, because before that scene, remember when Ahsoka was talking to Sabine and was like, maybe we should destroy the map
Oh
so that
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
no one can get to like Ezra and
Mm-hmm.
Thrawn, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Don't you think that Sabine was like, oh,
Oh, for
like
sure.
No,
she
because
was
she
like,
wants to see him
yeah,
badly.
Yeah. She's in
exactly.
love.
I think
I don't
yeah,
know. I don't think it's love, dude.
I don't think it is either, but
I don't
then
think it's
people talked about it, and I'm like, well, maybe.
no,
I don't
I
because
don't
I
think
mean,
so.
I don't think so
because people could say the same thing about like Ahsoka and Anakin. Like, did
Yeah.
but
Ahsoka love him? No, it's
Brother sister
it's more
type
it's
brother
thing.
brother.
sister.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
brother
Yeah.
sister. I have my best guy friend. We've been friends for 23 years. Like,
Mhm,
that's my best friend. I love him. We text each other all the
mhm,
time. I was the maid of honor / best man at his wedding, so it's like I know that,
Yeah.
like, that type of
mhm.
relationship that you have with somebody
Yeah.
who's of the opposite sex,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's not something that like you're in love with each other. So I can understand like where
Yeah. I can
she's
see that for
coming
sure.
from.
Yeah, remember Balin said it. She's like, "Oh, you have no family, and Ezra is your only family left."
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the Mandalorians were killed, right?
Yeah.
Supposedly,
No.
her family was killed.
Yeah.
yeah. And
So
then Canon died.
yeah,
Zeb, you don't see him around.
yeah.
No.
And she was
Yet.
kind of doing her own yet. And
Mhm,
she's kind of doing her own thing. Yeah, she sees Hera, but it's like their whole dynamic changed.
mhm.
No. But no,
Because
PJ, I think you're right though. Like what Ahsoka said to her on the ship, and then when she saw Ahsoka and thought she was dead, she was thinking, "Hey, this is probably my only way to see Ezra now." Because
yeah,
if she thinks Ahsoka's dead, she's not
mhm,
gonna like destroy it and ruin her chances.
of seeing
Ezra, yeah,
Ezra. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Originally, George Lucas got that from a scene that was in the Seven Samurai. Yes, Seven
Mm-hmm.
Samurai. You
Yeah,
know, that's where George Lucas got a lot of his inspirations.
Vader.
You know,
Look at the
yeah,
Vader's
Like
helmet.
he got like 90% of his
Yeah.
inspiration from that movie.
Oh yeah. I
yeah.
mean, that's where Vader's uniform, the helmet.
hmm something tells me, Jake Bream. What's up, Jake? Thank you for tuning in. Jake Bream
Hi,
says something
Jake.
tells me, this Anakin will be eventually the villain and is tricking Ahsoka. Yeah, some people are saying it's Mortis. You know, messing around with Ahsoka.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see next week. You know, for me, Shin, hottie, hottie. Oh my goodness gracious me! I was on my at the edge of my seat watching every scene. I was like, please don't hurt her, please don't hurt my baby. And then when she got like when Ahsoka like force pushed her into the stone, I was like, oh, I hope you're okay.
It's like, don't hit her face.
Yeah, please. And thank goodness when she's she came back.
This scene, I love him sitting on the rock.
Yeah.
Oh, this was awesome.
Yeah.
And when he did that little spin move or where Balin
Yeah.
jumped and oh man, it was freaking sick.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy.
I
You know?
really, really, really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
And back to like what is it? Resin Ronan posted. You know, it is sad seeing these episodes and seeing how great his character is, and like wishing that he was still alive, because then he would see how much he's loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would have been cool to see him in other stuff.
I know, because my wife was watching. I watched this again right before we got on. My wife was watching it with me, and that scene came up, and I looked at her. I was like, "You know what's sad?" I was like, "He's dead now." And she's like, "I know, it's so weird, right?" And I was like, "I know." And I said, "The fact that everyone likes this character," I was like, "He's my favorite character in the show," and I was like,
Mhm.
I
"And we're not
know.
going to see him." I was
I
like,
know. It's a
"It's sad."
shame. Yeah, rest in peace, Ray.
Yeah.
By the way, like seeing Shin use the force choke, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, daddy's happy.
I was hoping for one of these, like.
Oh no, they wouldn't do that.
Oh no. Well, I mean,
I would
obviously,
have been like,
Sean would be
yes.
really, really pissed. By the
Yeah.
way, I don't know about you guys, but they kind of pulled a Last Jedi move here with the hyperdrive, and they're going through the. I was like, oh,
That was cool too.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
like,
sick.
Destroying the map with the saber cutting right. That was really cool.
yeah. But I mean, for me, guys, I would have to give this like a 9.8 out of 10.
Yeah.
First of all, seeing that Rodian talk, I was like, oh my gosh, like
Mhm.
that's pretty cool.
Look at that helmet. It's shining, baby.
Yeah, no. By the
All
way,
their uniforms look like perfectly pressed.
Yeah. I love seeing Carson though. Like he's in
Yeah.
every series. I love that.
yeah. Morgan Elsbeth, oh my goodness. She's actually like I believe she's half Filipino. So
She's related to Bruce Lee.
no, she's not. She's the goddaughter of Bruce Lee.
I thought she's the goddaughter?
Yeah, she's a
I know
goddaughter.
in like the previous episode she was paying homage to him, like the outfit that she was wearing, because they were able to announce that.
Yeah, no, she's a goddaughter. She's the daughter of someone Inosanto, like Daniel Inosanto.
Okay.
And he's like he's a Filipino martial artist too, like who's good friends with Bruce Lee.
Okay.
And yeah, Dan Inosanto, and he's like Filipino, and she's like half, and I'm just happy just because you get to see like a Filipino playing a Star Wars character that's playing a dark side Star Wars character in this show.
Yeah.
I'm just happy, because I'm Filipino too, and it's good to see my fellow country women on screen. So
No, I know
cool.
exactly how you feel. Like it makes me proud that Ahsoka's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
I'm half Puerto Rican, so it's cool to have that, in there.
Yeah. So, and I love her character too. Like, I didn't like her character in Ahsoka. I thought it was cool, but it was like short lived. But now we get to see more of her and be like a night sister and be like basically like I don't know if she's the right hand woman of Thrawn.
Mm-hmm.
That in itself is pretty cool.
Look at that look.
Love him.
Yeah,
I'm to a point now that I might make an actual massive poster of him and put him in the room.
You'll get a hold of Joel. He'll 3D print a head and make a Balin.
Dude, if they make a hot toy of that, whew, Mama's gonna buy two. One to cuddle with.
Yeah. What do you call this? Well, so here's the thing, too, is like what's really like baffling me is how the hell did Ahsoka get in the world between worlds? Was she pulled?
Yes.
As she by
I think
who?
when
Anakin?
No, I think when he pushed her, right? Balin pushed her.
Or he struck her with the saber.
Yeah, he struck her. I think when he struck her and everything else also was happening in all of it, I think she got pulled.
By who?
Someone grabbed her.
Someone grabbed her. It was probably Anakin.
Again, like someone grabbed her again. Like who grabbed her this time? I don't know. It's just very confusing.
But what was weird was when Anakin, when he first saw her too, he goes, "Oh, I didn't think I'd see you this early."
Yeah, I mean, could there be something that might have caused like a rift in this whole world between worlds when Ezra pulled Ahsoka into? Because if you think about it, she like, what is the timeline between when she got pulled in that episode, right? To fast forward to a couple seasons down Rebels when she gets pulled. So season 2 of Rebels, we see her fight Vader, right? And thing crumbles down, the temple crumbles down, and we assume that she's dead, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe she's stuck there. But then fast forward a couple seasons later, like how many years
I'd say
did
like
pass-
2 years, because you think Ezra was young when he
Mhm.
did it, and he was roughly around 14, 15, because
Mhm.
Sabine was probably around like 18, right, in Rebels, because he
Yeah.
kind of liked her and stuff. So he was roughly around, let's just say 14.
Mhm.
And then in the last season, he's more grown up. So he's probably more like 17, 18. So it's probably 3 or 4, maybe 2 to 3 years.
Maybe like being like pulled from one timeline to another might have caused like some sort of like rift in the world between worlds. Maybe there's a connection for Ahsoka. Because who would pull her in? Anakin would pull her in again, but Anakin's dead.
His Force
Yeah.
Ghost.
Yeah, I don't
I
know if this is Anakin.
Yeah, there has to be
I don't
something.
know.
I don't know, man. It's very confusing.
What if it's just Palpatine and somehow he came back?
Or it goes, Resident Rodin says, I think she is dead. When Anakin said, I didn't think I'd see you this early. Maybe she's dead.
Oh
So-
wow, I didn't see it as that
So,
way.
hey, Anthony, the holocron has sent me this text. So he said, okay, he goes, so in the Mortis arc, there was a father, daughter, and son. The son was the embodiment of the dark side.
Oh yeah.
The daughter was the embodiment of the light side, and the father was equal of both. The father said Anakin is supposed to take his place. So Anakin in the world between worlds looks like he has Vader's saber, which I think we got to look at that. I think it's
Vader's saber.
It
dude.
is Vader's saber.
yeah, but yeah, well, I think it's his saber from Revenge of the Sith, but it's hard to tell. Like next episode, we'll know.
Let me see if I could play it a little bit so without being.
Yeah, see, he says could be the Anakin has evolved to take the place of the father.
I think that's Vader's saber. It's a lot of black in that hilt.
Yeah, but you got to think Vader's saber hung from the top, and all the other lightsabers hang from the bottom. So that thing's hanging from the bottom.
Yeah,
Vader's
but
clip is at the top.
But he's not in his suit though.
I'm just saying. That's why I think it's his hilt from Revenge of the Sith. I mean, that's the outfit he had on Mustafar in Revenge of the
Yeah,
Sith.
but there's
With the
like you know
messy
like the
curly hair.
rubbery part of like the Vader's hilt, like the black stripes.
Yeah, but you got to think that they changed those sabers between each movie too. Like they all alter them a little bit.
A little bit, but not like to the point where it's that
Yeah.
drastic, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. But you were saying, was there anything else you were saying, or?
Let's see. He says Ahsoka died on Mortis.
Mm-hmm.
Died on Malachor 5 versus Vader.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, so I think he died, which is how she got into the world between worlds. So she thinks he might have died. I think Ahsoka will come back as Ahsoka the White.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I'm saying next episode
when
is
we
going to
get
be
this-
next episode could be the most pivotal episode in all
If
these
we
new
get
series.
this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna freak out.
Imagine her
Well-
showing up to fight Thrawn in that.
But here's the thing too, is that with the Mortis, right? And the daughter. Who's the daughter again? Remind me, guys. But
I can't.
Morai, right? The
Morai is
owl.
the daughter.
Yeah. So do you think that Morai is always watching over her? You always remember that?
Well, the owl.
The owl.
That's what the owl is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Do we see? Remember, we saw Morai in the Mandalorian, but do you know? Do you
Hovering
know?
over.
Yeah. Do you notice that we haven't seen Morai in any of these episodes?
Mm-mm.
Do you think maybe we just missed it and we weren't paying attention?
I don't know. I think someone would have brought it up in the community. We would have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I think Morai has the part to maybe her being in the world between worlds because she's always watched over Ahsoka.
Obi says she didn't die on Malachor 5. Said after the temple collapse at the end of the show, it showed her walking away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, next episode is going to be the most pivotal episode because it's going to really
It's gonna make or break.
it's going to change the direction of this Star Wars journey we're taking. Like it really is either going to split one way or go, like it's going to be pivotal.
All right, I will
I'm-
record my reaction.
I am more excited about next episode than I am the even season finale of this. Like
Well,
next
I'm-
episode is pivotal.
Well, next episode is going to be very pivotal because one, it's the longest episode in the series,
Mhm.
Directed by Dave Filoni.
directed by Dave Filoni. So you know this is going to be like
And you've got
going straight
Anakin.
into the
Yeah.
jugular, going straight to your heart, grabbing your heart, pulling it down, and then handing it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be, yeah, I can't wait to see that.
And here's the thing too, is that like, there was a lot of complaints I heard in by the way, I think I gave you guys my score 9.8, right? By the way, just really quick before I talk about other things, this scene when I heard "Hello Sniffs," I was like, I was watching
yeah.
I was watching it this episode with my wife. I was like, shut the front door right now.
Yeah.
And she's like, what? Dude, what'd you hear? And I was like, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
I lost it.
I know. I'm an Anakin fan. I know that voice. I was like, she's like, what? She said, "Hello, Snips." She's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Shut up." And I didn't tell her. Trust me, I'll be in the doghouse if I told her shut up. No, but
yeah.
I was like,
say that.
I was like, shh. I was like, shh. And then when she turned around and I saw Anakin, I was like, dude, he looks like Anakin from the Clone Wars in this shot.
Mhm.
He looks like
I love her look.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh.
dude, the hair. Come on. Like, I'm like, this is Clone Wars Anakin.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I was like, some people are like, well, the CGI. I'm like, shut up. Really? What happens? He's a Force ghost. What kind of he got the age correctly?
Yeah. Obi said to pull up a pic of Anakin in the Attack of the Clones. Let me see if I can find one.
Okay, yeah, if you could find one. No, but I'm talking about Clone Wars Anakin, meaning animated show, with the hair and everything.
Yeah.
Well, Attack of the Clones, he's got the braid, so it would be Revenge of the Sith.
He's Revenge of the Sith, but
Attack of the Clones, he got the short hair.
Yeah, but Revenge. He said Revenge of the Sith, Anakin. But I don't know, guys. I was like, dude, I'm telling you guys, I was at the edge of my seat, in this episode, right? Every moment, every scene, I was just like, oh my god, oh my gosh, and Dave Filoni, man, really is doing something really special here, and I feel so good about Star Wars. And to be honest, we had high expectations for this show, and it's living up to that expectations. I just don't understand why the higher ups, Bob Iger, Kathleen Kennedy, can't just go, you know what, Dave? Star Wars. Let's give you the keys. Here you go. Take it away. Go make us some money. Because he's the mini George Lucas. Who else would know more about Star Wars than George Lucas?
Dave Filoni.
Filoni's the man.
Yeah.
I love RMD. He's like, damn, now I want that rooted Anakin. You both, brother.
Oh, by the way,
I already
guys,
know I'm gonna be overpaying for that.
No, don't overpay. Get the Attack of the Clones Anakin. Get it now. It's actually low stock in Sideshow. I just pre-ordered one. So, okay. Are you putting it up?
Yeah. Hold on.
The animated version.
No, this isn't the
Wars.
animated. This is the Revenge of the Sith.
What is it
No,
called?
the
Animated Clone Wars Ahsoka is gonna be arriving soon.
I got it.
Just let me pop this one up real quick.
Okay, pop it up.
All right, can you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they miss the scar? Does he have? He doesn't have the scar, does he?
No, he doesn't have the scar.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, let me put up this. Hello, Snips. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, they missed the scar on him. Because you can't say, oh, he's healed because his hand wouldn't be mechanical.
I don't think his hand is mechanical. It could be just like a glove.
He's like Michael Jackson of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
God.
He's like, no, he's got a mechanical hand.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't think that's real Anakin, to be honest. It's not the Anakin we think he is.
I think it's just a glove. I don't think it's a mechanical. I think everything is healed like if you're a Force ghost. But it might not be him though.
Well, that's the way it should be. Like, you know.
Yeah. Now, some
He's in
people
the credits.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
You really can't see the scar though, because it's in shadow, right? He doesn't.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Yeah, it's in the shadow, but also I think they probably put the scar in the wrong side. Because if you see the right side of his face on the top part of his eyebrow, you can see there's something there. But I don't know. Maybe
No, it's just
it's bad lighting.
Yeah,
it's just
play
bad
it
lighting.
for
I mean,
second.
it could be a huh?
I was gonna say, let it roll for a second. Let's see if they showed different lighting.
No. Yeah, it's just the
Even
lighting. It's
when they
covering a
zoom
lot
into his
of
face.
Yeah.
yeah. See the light side and the dark. Maybe he's a balance of both. That's why they have the light here and then
Well,
the
if
dark.
he's the father, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, world between worlds, baby.
Dude, next episode, who said it? It's going to be in the theaters too, in certain theaters.
Yeah, I'm not
That's
paying for it.
crazy.
Yeah.
No, they didn't
Yeah.
have any in Florida.
They
Yeah,
definitely don't have anything here.
Or let me double
Yeah,
check.
they don't have anything here.
Yeah,
but
nameless.
yeah. I mean, guys, it feels so good to be a Star Wars fan right now.
Are they putting it in theaters because it's going to be that mind blowing? It's going to be like, holy crap!
I don't know
what
why.
just
I feel
happened.
like I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
like they
sure.
are.
I
Or
think
maybe
so,
they're trying
man.
to generate more money for it.
I think
Mhm.
so. I think that, like I said, keyword is pivotal for the Star Wars saga.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
to continue this, they
Yeah.
gotta, at least Filoni's in charge.
Just give him the keys. Damn it. He
Nameless
knows
said
what
it-
he's doing.
well, he said in Orlando, of course. Orlando's got
Oh
everything.
my god.
Damn. That's a 4-hour
Somehow
I know, right?
Palpatine has returned.
Next,
I know, right?
What is it? Next week, Tuesday? Can I
Yeah.
do it?
It's
Can
just
I
like-
do it? Can I take Yeah, it's in Orlando at 8 p.m. Damn, that means I would have to watch it at 8 to drive back home.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Plus, you got to pay for it.
And then you get there. What if it's sold out?
Sean, do you not know me?
What if it's sold out?
But the thing too.
Oh, it is sold out already. It says join waitlist.
Oh,
The event is full.
oh.
Oh well.
Oh, there goes
It's
my
okay.
answer.
There's your answer. Yeah,
There's your
yeah.
answer. But guess what? You get to watch it for free now.
I know.
Yeah.
Why? I want
So-
to see it in theaters.
Yeah. But all right, guys. I think that wraps up our
Ahsoka
breakdown.
talk. Yeah.
Ahsoka talk. Man, we got to talk about some collectibles.
Some
Did you
product.
guys pick up anything?
Well,
I got something for my birthday. Anthony gave me.
what'd you get?
I might as well. Yeah, bounty pickups.
Here we go.
I know.
You and Anthony's friendship is like the cutest thing in the world.
Man, we've been like we're like more than friends. We're like brothers, man.
I know,
We've
but like
been-
I'm saying, it's the cutest thing in the world. When I was with you guys at ICC, I thought it was just adorable. I love it.
we literally are like. I mean, he comes over last night. We hung out with Joe, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna come in and watch Ahsoka." And we went and watched Ahsoka. But he gave me this.
Chewy.
Wow.
Gave me a
You-
Chewy.
Wait, you never had one?
No, I have one. I've been wanting one because he's selling off his Hot Toys collection. So I was like, dude, I'll buy Chewbacca from you because I want to put it with the young Han Solo. And then he just gave it to me for my birthday. So.
I gotta look at his
Yeah.
list again of what he has.
Man, he's got some stuff. Like I think Joe bought a clone trooper from him, and I think he's got Tarkin. Like he's got like if you need anything Rogue One, he's got all the Rogue One figures.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just picked up. I just paid it off. Was the Clone Wars animated Ahsoka? So
Oh, nice,
She should be shipping out soon.
nice.
A sideshow one or Hot Toys?
Yes, the Hot Toys one.
Oh, okay, nice. All All right, so I think there wasn't really too many bounty. Did we talk about the Praetorian Guard?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, because we had the
No.
guests last week. We didn't.
Oh yeah.
Talk
Okay,
about-
let's start off with that.
Well, let me show you
Uh,
guys real quick. Hold on.
Oh, well,
You, like,
okay.
ignored me.
I'm sorry. Well,
I picked that up since you guys were all talking about Hera.
ooh.
Oh,
I can't even reach it.
I did see your unboxing.
I got
Oh,
these two.
that's awesome. Very nice, Nilda. Very nice.
Oh, that chopper's pretty cool. Just the
Yeah.
top of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
It's
that.
It's next week. What is it? Not this. Yeah, it's next weekend. I'll be coming home with a lot of bounties.
Oh snap!
I'm going
I've
to a con.
I've got 2 on its way this week.
Well, I'm going to the toy show. I get to meet Cal Kestis himself.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna meet again Sam Witwer, and then the
Oh.
voice actress for Sabina is gonna be there.
Nice.
Gonna get
Yeah.
all my stuff signed.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. So that's the thing.
Awesome.
Florida gets all the cool stuff.
I know. All right, so let's talk about. Well, congrats, Nilda and Sean,
Thanks.
in your
Thank you,
bounty
thank you.
pickups. For me, nothing. I don't think
Nothing.
I've. Oh no!
Oh, did you get what we were talking about in the chat?
Oh yeah. I'm like, I totally forgot. I just have to pick it up next week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Did you?
Yes,
did you listen to us
did.
when we said effing do it?
Another freaking bust. I got a Darth Vader bust. I still can't believe it. I got
At
it
a
for
steal.
a steal
Yeah.
of a price, like literally giveaway price. Did I need another like bust? No, because I'm running out of room. Busts take a lot of room, but for a great deal like that, I couldn't pass it up. Let me see if I could pull it up in Sideshow's website.
Now did that one have the Sebastian Shaw head?
No, that's the old one. This is the newer one.
Okay. So that was the old one. Okay.
Yeah. Here. Here it is.
Nice.
Did I need this, guys?
Yeah, for that price. Yeah.
For that price?
Yeah.
Yo, if you literally were like, I don't want it, I was gonna be like, I will charge.
Oh
you
my
my
gosh,
credit
what am
card
I
that
doing,
don't
guys?
wanna
I might as
charge.
well just create a Darth
Yeah.
Vader shrine. I have so many Darth Vader stuff.
Nilda's ready to buy it right now.
It is.
I would have been legit. I almost wrote him and was like, if you don't buy it, I'll buy it.
Oh my
I was like,
goodness.
but I have to put it on my American Express card because I can't pay for it right now.
Such a steal, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a huge steal.
I still want that stinking Return of the Jedi Boba Fett
Dude,
inside
you're killing
I
me,
have
man.
no room for it. I have no room for it. But I
Okay,
just every time I see it,
stop
I'm like,
it.
man, I
Just
want
do
that
it.
thing. I
Just
don't know
do
where-
it.
I have
Just
no
do
room
it.
to put it.
Dude, just build
if
it.
we get if
Pick
I
one of
if
the-
I
pick
send
one of your
you,
daughters out,
dude,
have them
if I
sleep on the couch.
dude, just put it in your
Just
garage,
kick. Oh, well, I only got one in here, but yeah.
dude. I'm just saying is that like, dude.
Take my youngest daughter's room over, and then
Yeah,
I'll
man.
have some life size stuff in there. That room's pretty big.
Yeah.
My
your-
wife's like, no, it's gonna cost
Your
too much
wallet's
money.
gonna be like,
Oh no, my wife's already. She's like, nope, you can't do that.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the Praetorian Guard. What are you guys' thoughts?
Dude,
Anyone-
it's way
yeah.
better than the original.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the helmet's sick.
Amen, brother. Amen. Anyone getting it?
You just can't buy one though.
it's
No,
a
you can't.
pass.
You got to have the crew.
Absolutely. You gotta have at least two.
Yeah,
At least two. I mean, to
Yeah.
make the scene, three.
yeah. Because I've got the 2 royal guards, which
Mhm.
they just look they look good.
Yeah, they look. This is the Praetorian Guards that
They should have had.
they should have had.
Yeah,
They're just so badass.
better than the cheese grater helmets.
Oh yeah, like that you can't even see. Like,
yeah, they're all like louvered. I didn't like that. But now
One thing-
this looks good.
dude, if they make a helmet, I'm getting the helmet.
Oh, they'll make that helmet.
Just because if you look at it, it's just like, man, they just look badass and they could see.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It has that Mandalorian vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks good.
Looks amazing. Nilda, you're not getting this, right?
Nah, it's a hard pass for me.
Okay. Yeah, if I was still collecting Hot Toys, I would.
Would you? Yeah, I don't think I would if I was still collecting. Like
just
it's
because
cool, but it's just like,
if I was still collecting, I would still have my heavy Mando, and I would make that scene, you know.
yeah.
But because they just look so cool, man. Ugh, but I can't do it. I can't do it, Captain. Yeah, this looks good.
Oh, what something came out the other day. I gotta look and remember.
I think that's the only thing I'm ever disappointed was that I sold my heavy mantle to Joel,
Mhm.
and then his character ended up being so fucking
I know.
badass.
Oh, you know what? I don't know if you've got this on the list, but Corbanth came out with I think they're gonna do Shin and Balin's hilts, lightsaber hilts.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I got it. I got an email today from them.
Is that the email I got? I didn't even get to read it.
I think that was it. Yeah,
Hold
yeah.
on, let me pull it up.
By the way,
Gentle Giant.
There it is.
anyone
Yeah.
picking this up? This looks good.
Yes.
It looks good. Yeah, yeah. I probably won't grab it, but
I'm obsessed with Gentle Giant right now.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing too: is this is
Gentle
like a 1/6, 1/7 scale, right?
mhm.
And to be honest, the Cad Bane like hot toy is sold out everywhere. And if you need to buy it, they're selling for like
Look at
350, 400, 450. So
how
you're
good the
gonna pay
face
up.
looks.
Yeah, but if you need like a basically like a placeholder
Mm-hmm.
or something, like a Cad Bane in your collection, like pick this up.
So the only thing I'm curious about, like, that's not fire. Like, what is that supposed to be? Like wind
Smoke,
blown? Is that
the
smoke
sand,
or sand?
Like sand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
But
I
they
don't care
do
much
this.
for
They do this a lot with their their Mando. Or
Mhm.
sorry, they do this a lot with all their Gentle Giant pieces. Because look,
Mhm.
I have Obi-Wan, and that's supposed to be sand, and it's got
Yeah.
the same effect.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I
Sorry.
like that sand effect.
So they do that a lot to their pieces.
Yeah. I think it's okay. Like, would I like them to not include it? Yeah,
Yeah.
but hopefully maybe you could remove it. I don't know if you can. It doesn't look like it, but I mean overall the piece looks great. Like the portrait.
Oh, the portrait looks. That's a
know.
great looking piece,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and an affordable price too.
Yeah, but Jello Giant's like just honestly just killing it. Yeah.
Killing it.
Here is another one which a lot of people are pretty excited about is the Sabine Wren Black Series helmet.
Oh yeah, that
This looks good.
Oh, Black Series is killing it in the helmets.
I know Nilda's getting this. Come on, Nilda.
She's like,
I've been since day
Mhm.
one. You guys all know this. I've been a huge Black Series helmet collector. I literally have 1, 2, 3,
Mhm.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
Yeah.
helmets. That'll be number 10.
yeah, they're killing it. It looks
They're
great.
killing it.
Yeah,
I
and
get it. Like I like the EFX ones. I finally got to see one this weekend in person,
Mhm.
but I just love the Black Series.
Yeah, the one thing about the Black Series stuff is that it's affordable. If you don't want to spend $600, $700 on a helmet, this is another route. And to be honest, they're great. And if you line them up all together, they all look great. I think they're doing a fantastic job for the price point. Because like I said, there's a lot of collectors out there that just can't shell out $600-$700 for every helmet out there. I mean, this is a great option. And they sell these in like GameStop, so sometimes you could get discounts or even like trade in like your old used games to like pick it up. Another thing I do want to share, which I'm definitely getting, just because
Oh wow, the Ghost hit 20.4K backers.
Oh, Sean.
Look,
Sean,
Obi's.
there's 1 hour left.
I know. Obi's trying to.
Dude, just
lure
buy
me
one and
in.
flip it. Make pancakes like you say to me.
I know.
Make pancakes. Anyway, they announced the Steelbook Blu-ray of The Mandalorian season 1 and 2. And
Nice.
yeah, I'm definitely getting it. The one thing I do not like about Disney Plus is that they don't have Dolby Atmos sound. And every time I play an episode, like I could barely hear what's going on. But like obviously like when they converted to like a 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, the picture and sound are fantastic, especially if you have like a nice surround sound system. So that's why this was like I mean, first of all, it's Mandalorian, right? Season 1 and 2. You know I was gonna get this. So any of you guys looking to purchase this, or you're just gonna
No,
stick with Disney Plus?
the box art looks good though.
Mm-hmm.
I only buy steel books for like horror films.
I know. I know Anthony will buy.
Nah,
it.
dude, like if I were to buy steel books for everything, then I'd be screwed because you know, I
Yeah.
have like I still buy every Star Wars movie on DVD, even though we see it on Disney Plus, but it's
Yeah.
just the collection to own it. So it's like
Mhm.
I have all the original Star Wars movies on
Yeah.
VHS. Then when they did the, you know, the 20-year anniversary and the Masters, I
Yeah,
bought
yeah.
those. Then when they went to the first gen of DVDs, I bought those. Then when they came out with the Blu-rays, I bought those. Then they did the 4Ks. So it's like I have like literally duplicates of Star Wars movies. So once they started doing steelbooks, I'm like, I can't do that. Like each steelbook is like what, 30, 40 bucks each?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes if you get the seasons, they're 60, 70. So I just left it to horror films because they have better covers too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to share this? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw you posting that. You were
Fantastic
so excited.
helmet.
Oh, I want this so bad. So bad. I just running out of room. So
I tell you what,
gotta-
though, that's my favorite helmet in my collection.
Really?
Yeah.
I have the Armory Shop one.
Mhm.
It's awesome. I love that
Yeah.
helmet.
Name of 70 says the Blu-ray has a lot of extra content. Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
definitely they need season 3 in there. Yeah, as much as it's my least favorite season, I'm still probably gonna get it. Yeah. This one, anybody looking to pick this up?
I've got mine, but not de novo. But
I can't spend $600 on a helmet.
Yeah.
I get mad at myself sometimes.
I paid less
Oh.
than that for that one.
I get mad at myself sometimes, and then I buy another one.
I'm going to
What?
New York in less than 3 weeks. Like I can't really be
I know. I hear you.
balling out.
No. I'm reserved. I don't know. I'm running out of room, guys. So I just got to be very careful with some of these purchases because I don't know where to put them. They're just going to be sitting in like, boxes and stuff. But here's what I'm definitely getting, and I know for a fact Sean's getting this. Nilda, are you with us?
Bro, are you serious? I just said to you like 10 minutes ago, I'm going through a Gentle Giant phase.
Oh yeah.
Like, literally, I went from owning 2 Gentle Giant pieces. Today I counted. I own 25 Gentle Giant pieces.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
like obsessed with this company. I think I'm going to take a small little break after my last 2 Hot Toys arrive. I think I'm going to take a small break from Hot Toys and I want to invest in these busts. I need that bust because it's going to go right next to my Darth Vader.
This
Yeah.
looks freaking
Sick.
amazing. This requires a
Oh no.
not that spin.
Little,
spin move.
little Mando
I
spin.
want this one and the
You want this?
what is
Take
it called?
Dude,
Buy
this
it.
looks freaking amazing.
But you know what
Dude.
the thing is? This with this now coming out, I have
Mm.
to ask Brian makes dioramas to make me a whole diorama scene of that
Yeah.
background.
Yeah. That was a day one for me. PJ pre-order through my local comic shop. Congrats,
Yeah.
man. I'm with you.
Yeah,
You got that because I pre-ordered it too.
so did I.
Another benefit of Sitcast, you find out about cool stuff we might never have seen otherwise. Yes, man. That's why we're here to encourage you to buy more Star Wars.
I know.
To talk about Star Wars and then
We're here to enable you every day.
enable. The
one thing I have to say about this that like I'm really proud with Gentle Giant that they did with
Mhm.
this with this exact bus. It's
Mhm.
like they use the old school version
Yeah,
of
yeah,
what
yeah.
Palpatine looked like. We're getting, that version of it, not, the newer one.
No,
This
no.
is,
That's an OT right there.
yeah, this is an OT Palpatine, which I feel
It's
like
amazing.
this one's so amazing. And it's the wrinkles, the detail,
Oh,
the
yeah.
eye socket, how it's all sunken in, and like the red eyes. Oh, I just love it.
Yeah. So I actually ordered this on Amazon.
Oh, you did?
So the reason I did, because I was going to get it on Gentle Giant, but you have to pay for it all up front on Gentle Giant. On Amazon, you just get charged when it ships.
Yeah.
So I ordered that, sold out very fast on Amazon, by the way, because I had
Oh, of
posted it
course.
in one of the groups and everyone went to it and it was already gone. So I got lucky and I got this one, and then I bought the Vader one from Kenobi with the cracked helmet.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that one on
No, you can still
I had
pre-order it.
points. Yeah, I had points on Gentle Giant, so that's why
Right. Yeah, you got
I
to
ended
use
up
the points.
I ended up using the points there.
BJ, you're on focus.
Oh shoot! Damn it! While I get in focus, guys, it's still available for pre-order.
Is that on Amazon?
Yeah.
Sweet. There you go. Jump on that.
Yeah.
It doesn't come out till March, too. That's what's nice.
Damn, we need
Next
that.
year.
We need the video, the clip. You know you want. You know
you want this. Buy it now with all of your money.
Damn.
It's fantastic. I love it. As soon as I saw,
Beautiful.
I saw a video of that in San Diego at General Giant's booth. I was like, I'm getting that. I'm getting the Gamorrean Guard. And then now I'm on this kick. So Nilda,
I'm telling you.
I want to get the
Dude,
Luke that's behind you. I'm gonna get that.
Dude, that Luke, I still have the conversation. As soon as my local comic book shop, Tate's, had posted it, I literally sent them the message. It was less than 36 seconds that they posted it. And I was like, I'm coming in to get it.
Yeah.
And they were like, you better be here in an hour. They were like, people are already asking for it. And I was like, I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm messaging you as I'm driving.
Peeling out.
You want this.
What's up, Shane? Thanks for joining.
Hey, yeah, thanks for joining, Shane. You know you want this. Yeah, no, that's definitely on my radar. I need to get that bust. I think, like I said, General Giant's doing such a great job. I don't know why anyone will call any of General Giant's products like dumpster fires, because they're just smoking crack. But they've come a long way. They improved with every release. And,
Listen, they're not all home runs, and the ones from Hot Toys aren't always home runs. So you're gonna have hit or misses, and and General Giant's a little smaller company, and they're just getting better and better. And then this line, is it Legends in 3D?
Yeah.
This line is fantastic.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait for the Gamorrean Guard one, because I actually want to have Steven sign a Gamorrean Guard plaque for me so I can put it with it.
Yeah, that would be cool. Oh, I need another. Now I need another Ian McDermott plaque to go with that one. A plaque would go really cool with that.
Yeah,
that Emperor one.
Yeah. I'm trying to pull up some more. Yeah, I think that's it, right? I'm trying to think. I think that's it in terms of products that were released or announced, right? Hot Toys hasn't released. Oh wait, I got Kotobukiya. I don't know if anyone's really interested. I thought this is pretty cool too. Ba-bam.
Little mall action. Oh, nice.
I think comes with this extra base because this Ahsoka can be bought separately.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
from that. Like it's this one.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it comes with this, the base from that scene in Clone Wars. So,
nice.
General Giant, man. General Giant, Kotobukiya. Hey, listen, we have options here, and that's great, as a Star Wars collector. And General Giant, they're fairly priced items. And Sean, you still have like about an hour and 9 minutes before
enablers.
I do want to show something real quick. Boba Fett. So they just announced the edition size for this Boba Fett premium format. Oh, do I need this in my collection? I have so many Boba Fetts. This one, I think, has an edition size of, 1250. Yes, 1250. Love the pose on this. Pretty bad ass.
I'm just still trying to understand the leaning.
Yes, right.
Remember, we've been talking about this since last year.
The lean still bugs me. I think he's leaning too much.
I don't know.
Like, from the front, like front angle looks great, but when you get it on the side and you really like
Yeah, it's almost like he's like
he's
he,
too
he
much of a lean. He needs to
yeah.
be, yeah.
I know, like you want him to be just standing next to it,
No, I don't mind
or
the
just
lean the
standing
leaning
in front of it.
idea, but I feel like his upper torso is just leaned a little too far back versus his legs. I don't know. It's something. Maybe it's his jetpack that's making him look that way.
Maybe I just think
Something just looks a little off about it.
it looks fine.
It's a great concept. I love the idea. I think it's done well.
Mm.
From face on, it's going to look badass. And you're
The
really
only
not going to be looking at it from the side like that.
no,
Yeah.
I mean that looks so badass because it
Yeah.
has the illusion that it's floating, which is
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I love it. I love the concept.
But for me, I don't know if I need to know. I don't know. I love you, Star Wars. You make me broke. Anyway, all right, guys. I think we're about to hit the 2-hour mark. I think this was a great episode. Sean almost jinxed us. He says an hour and a half. It's an hour and 45.
No, I said hour 45.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I stopped saying an hour and a half because I figured that never worked.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was going to say it was going to be
we
two
were,
and a half
we
hours.
were close here.
We're close. We're close. I just want to say thank you to everyone, tuning in. Please hit that like button. If it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button. Helps us out, just supports us in every kind of way. We love Star Wars as much as you do. We can't wait for next week's episode.
Oh my
We
gosh.
can't wait to
It's gonna be
come
so
on and
awesome.
talk about it. And you know what? I never really got a chance to ask everyone in the chat. Like, can you guys type in the score that you gave Ahsoka this week's episode
Yeah.
of Ahsoka?
I know R&B
Like, out
is
of
going to
10.
say a 10.
Out of 10. Out of 10. Obviously I'm a 9.8. It was almost perfect.
I was 9.5. But
9.5.
It was a 20.
I was leaving room, but
Was
I
it
mean,
20?
it was really good.
Yeah, guys, I seriously I haven't wanted to watch an episode over again since I don't know, Mando season finale of Mando, right? Wow, 10s.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you,
9.75.
guys.
Yeah, shout out to Flex, by the way. Love you, brother. No took my answer.
20.
Guys,
I
dude,
know.
me and RMD were messaging each other and we were like, holy
Mhm.
fuck. Like, we were just in shock. And mind you, like, when I was going to tell you guys, I came into work and like the people at my new company, they know I'm a huge Star Wars fan because I started putting the posters that I can't put in the room. I've been putting them in my office.
Oh, okay.
And one of my coworkers was like, "How is Ahsoka?" And I was like, "I can't talk about it." I was like, "I'm gonna start crying again."
Oh, jeez.
And then I
know.
rewatched it again.
Yeah. 9.5. Wow, a lot of 9.5s.
Dude, it
9.75.
was awesome.
Guys, oh my gosh, next week's episode.
Next
it's
week's
got a
gonna
lot of
be-
expectations in next week's episode.
Yeah, it could be really good or bad. It just depends what direction they're going to spin this.
I don't think Filoni would do that. I don't
Yeah,
think he wants,
and I don't
he's riding
think
that wave right now.
Yeah.
That it's
I don't think
I don't want to screw that up.
if Filoni wasn't directing the next week's episode, I would have said next week's episode might give this a cliffhanger and they might segue to and then follow Sabine in her journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then we would come back to the World Between Worlds in another episode. But the fact that Dave Filoni is specifically directing next week's episode, and the fact they're promoting it to be like this special event,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, it's like I said, it's going to be one of. But Filoni's got to direct it. Like I said, I think it's going to be the most pivotal episode for the future of Star Wars. I really think so.
You really think so? I think
so. I think so.
Once you introduce this World Between Worlds, yes, I agree.
Because it could go anywhere.
Yes, I totally agree with you, Sean, because that's how I felt when the first time I watched the World Between Worlds, when Ezra got pulled in, and I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
And I remember, I was watching it, back then it was a Cartoon Network when it was airing, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, they went there like Filoni went there, and I
It's because
feel
the
like we're gonna.
possibilities are endless. So
Yes.
anything can happen. Anything that we could ever imagine can happen.
Yeah. So yeah, next week's episode is going to be interesting. So, but with that being said, thank you guys. Really appreciate the support. Please don't forget we are giving away a Hot Toy Short Trooper. It's just collecting dust on my shelf. I need to give this away. Please share this with your friends, family. Get us to 1,000 subs.
We need to make a
And-
post. That's what it is.
Yeah, we'll make another post. Yeah, Sean. Another one in the books.
Another
Nilda.
one in the books. This was a good one.
This
Yeah.
was a good one, Nilda.
A lot to talk
And-
about today.
Yeah, a
I
lot.
can't wait
And
for next week.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in tonight's episode.
Yeah, guys. Thanks for hanging with us on another Wednesday night.
Yes. And may the midichlorians be with you
with
guys.
Peace.
Always and forever. Take care, everyone.
See ya.
Strike me down with all of your hatred, and your journey towards the dark side will be complete.